Hi, just in time. We just started streaming. Hi there, welcome to Weir of Adynn. It's session 61. Arend has just figured out how to fix their microphone in some regards, so we may have... Okay, we're going to have some technical difficulties, but we'll work with it. Who would like to do the recap for this week? Gabby's face tells all.
Go on, Gabby.
If you insist. Okay, I've got quite a few pages for this one actually. Soz, you got to suffer. So the first thing is Karee'ch checks out the bunker that Arda have built for his family. So it's built up just outside. It's this deep little hole, basically for a spider family to live in. And Chorus admits that he's quite worried about the assistant because they're acting weird, even though they already acted weird, which is quite concerning. And Chorus, when speaking about the ring, basically says doesn't like it there. It is basically very expensive to get there, full of rich people. Sounds just like I was going to get political. The Tory meeting puzzle. Anyway, so we all meet up in Heliodor's room and suggest instead of bringing Karee'ch's family to Arda, is to move them to the city of Violet Gold. We haven't made a concrete decision on that yet because Arda have just like forced Zachary to dig this hole. But if anything, I think Zachary enjoyed.
Yeah, Zach just went, yeah, I'll dig a hole, and dug a massive fucking hole.
Listen, Gabby, do not question the man's need to dig holes. Anytime I go to the beach, I try to take a shovel.
That's why you play a spider that digs
Yeah.
holes. It's a man's
Yeah.
desire to always dig a hole at the beach. So don't quote me on that.
Take notes.
So, you fuckers. Basically, the main rules of when we go to visit Karee'ch's family are just don't touch all the shiny things. Darty is a bit funny about that. And they may not look directly at us because they've got multiple eyes, which is a little bit unnerving, but we've spent all our time with Karee'ch, so it doesn't matter. So Heliodor goes on to research the necklace that Karee'ch wears. I can't remember if we got told about what Heliodor found out. Not yet, I don't think. Did we?
No, I sent Heliodor some information. And you learnt about the automata. So the stuff about the automata was read out loud, but the stuff about the key, it was stuff that he already knew. So he just learnt about stuff to do with the construction instead.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the keys contain the souls of the great automata, and the necklace power source. So we learn about the area, about the community around it. So that there is a town nearby that is all Oleneans. That is the correct pronunciation, I hope so. That follow Oberys and have a democracy. Very nice. And more things about the rings. The ring is colder than Sif, covered in snow, loads of rich people. There's a guy called General Wolfbane Havelos. He's a Havelos.
Yes.
So every era there is a person born with a shard of the Worldweaver inside them. They're immortal, very powerful, and he's also a werewolf. Sounds pretty hard to beat. I don't know about that. And also the ring is inhabited by wyverns as well, just to add to the pot of fuckery.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I'm not even worried. Let's go there. Holiday. So Palos arrives at the library, and basically Thumb's going to have to stay with Palos because the amount of people we bring back. So Karee'ch rolls the dice, and we end up in some random woodlands, and instantly Acella's like, I smell spicy magic. So Drosera casts the invisibility and sees two women just awkwardly staring at them, and it turns out they are Fae. Well, it's Mother Rainwax, which was...
Fae creatures, not Fae.
Fae creatures, yeah, even shittier.
Yeah.
So she was basically a person who would steal children and turn them into monstrosities, which is really cute. We love that. And they show their true forms, and we fight them and like beat
fucking obliterator. Oh man, that was painful to watch. But yes, you kicked your ass.
I remember all my effects that I can do that I completely about. Thanks, Aaron. And Estella gets their first proper kill as well. Let's not forget they stabbed Agatha, which was a huge monstrosity, through the back. And yeah, so we are now in the woods. Estella's covered in blood.
Estella's covered in blood. So last we left off, Drosera had just said a few words in prayer to Agatha's corpse, as you guys are stood in the now quiet jungle woodland. Stella is covered in blood from head to toe. Heliodor and more so Drosera looking a little bashed up. Karee'ch looks fine. Nothing has changed about Karee'ch. And Mare is also fucking covered in blood. What are you guys up to?
I'm going to check in with Estella.
Estella needs a bath.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I fixed it.
Hey!
Yay!
Hello.
Hi.
How does Estella look right now?
Not good. I thought Toby was gonna explain. Well, they're covered in blood, and they're still like holding onto the sword, but you see them kind of just let it go out of their hand, so it just drops, and they're just staring down at the thing, the creature.
Giselle's going to gently place her hand on Estella's shoulder. Hey, Stella?
They give a sort of like tilt of the head as they're listening.
Let's find somewhere to clean you up, okay?
They just nod.
Okay. Karee'ch, do you mind trying to find us a stream or something?
I was going to suggest the same. He takes a look around and then he's gonna maybe a survival check. Takes long to find like a stream.
Yeah.
Not like a full size river, hopefully just like kind of.
You are in your favoured terrain, so it is at advantage.
Yeah, boy.
+3 as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be.
Doubles proficiency, so.
Your proficiency is +4 now.
Oh, so it's an extra plus. It's an extra +4.
Nice.
Nice.
I think it's
Oh golly. Even with a 6 and a 4, you got an 18. I'm so upset. Okay. You know this area. This isn't super far from where you your usual kind of haunt was, your territory. And you know that there is a sort of a river situation, maybe about 20 minutes from here.
Kale, it shouldn't be too far from here. Be a small walk, but not too far.
Okay. Lead the way, Karee'ch. Sarah's kind of like trying to keep her voice down, just to be like, let's not talk about it now because they might just have a meltdown.
Understandable.
I am going to quickly move you guys onto another map that I had pre-prepared fucking months ago, so I'm glad I get to use it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was like, we don't need a map, but dang, okay, son.
I have a map. Can you believe it? I've got to do a little bit of shuffling around. Are you all traveling together?
I would hope so.
Yeah. Bye, Heliodor. See you later.
It would be if we were not.
Okay, I've got to quickly configure this so you guys can see it. Lighting, token vision, yup. Okay, so
Rest stop, is
activate.
it? Oh. Oh.
So
Oh, it's magical.
it is starting to get a little bit dark as you guys are traveling through the jungle, but and there's like a little bit of a pitter of rain. But you are quite easily able to follow Karee'ch as he navigates swiftly through these trees and bushes and various other flora. And you find a relatively small rushing kind of river with a fallen tree that seems to have quite a bit of footfall over the top of it, of creatures that have travelled over it to get across the river. The flow of the river isn't particularly strong, so it doesn't seem like it's going to be like sweep you away if you stepped into it. But it does seem to go quite deep at its deepest point in the middle.
It's just up here.
I'll move Mare.
Thank you.
Heliodor shuffle up there. Huzzah! What are you doing?
Well, Estella's...
Dunk.
Yeah. Stella's gonna obviously see the river, and they are, even though like they don't speak at all, but they seem even quieter than you've ever seen before. So they just step into the water and just, they don't really do much. They just watch the blood flow, like with the water just across their legs.
That's fucking cold, bro.
It's chilly.
As in, like, that's badass.
Stepping into the water. Mare is also just gonna kind of sit in the water.
Like, I think Heliodor is probably giving a bit of a scrub as well. Just like, you've got blood all up in your joints.
I've had hypothermia before, it's fine.
Unlike the ocean water, it's a bit more temperate. It's a little bit chilly, but it's not gonna kill you. It's just like as you get into it. But you do manage to kind of sit down, start to kind of wring the red out of your clothes and out of your skin and your hair. Are any of the rest of you doing anything?
Justera's gonna sit in the water and sort of like put her hands out and let the water run through her fingers, kind of absorbing a little bit of the water. And watching Estella just from a distance being like, I want to say something, but I don't really know what to say at this current moment.
Fair.
He's gonna start setting up like a little fire, because afterwards, I mean, they're gonna need to dry off right afterwards.
Do you want to set it up here? Like specific by the water?
It'd probably be back up here, I think, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not thinking of us staying here for very long. It's more of just get out. You can
dry off a wee bit. You know.
Take it, dry off with no giant campfire, but like enough that it would be enough to warm yourself up and thing up around there.
Okay. Do you start to light a campfire with some broken twigs and whatnot that are hanging about before they get too wet in the rain? It's only kind of drizzling, so it's not super wet, but you are able to set up a little light as Mare and Estella finish washing off. It takes you a good part of like 45 minutes to try and get all of the red out of you. It's kind of soaked into your clothes. Some of your clothes are a little bit stained, but it will come out with enough washes, you think. And you start to kind of dry off.
How's everyone holding up?
Well, exactly what you expect off the bat. Yeah. I think Heliodor is trying to fill the silence a bit. But kind of just keeps looking towards Estella like, ooh.
They are just staring into the fire.
Karee'ch's gonna ask Estella's name. If they look over, he's just gonna kind of raise two arms up to the side, kind of offering, do you want to sit there? Like offering a hug sort of thing, half sitting, half hug sort of thing.
I feel like they kind of lean forward as you can give me a hug, but from the look in their face, it seems like they're just kind of just filling that out. Like he wants a hug. I'm just gonna give it to him because that's what he wants.
Our kid has changed forever.
The first genuine kill. Good lord.
Oh, jeez.
We broke the child right now.
Child's become an adult now.
Yeah. So how far away from where you live are we?
How far away exactly? It'd be a few hours travel from
Maybe
here,
about 5 hours. So heading off in the morning, you can make it there by midday pretty easily.
Yeah.
It will be a bit of a walk from here. It is not too long. Maybe half day's travel from here.
Okay. Sorry, I'm moving my chair.
I understand. It is okay. But Keo should not be too far from here. Been here quite a few times. It's strange being back again.
How long has it been?
Year and a half now.
A cycle at least.
Yeah.
It has been some time.
And remind me what your kids' names are again.
Oh, my son, my oldest, he is Karee'ch. My second oldest is Nali Nutri. You just call her Nali. And my youngest, she was only a few cycle old at most when I left. Tati.
The Weans.
Oh,
The little ones.
Are you guys setting up camp here? Or are you moving up? Or anywhere else?
I think it probably, if this is a standard crossing for a lot of animals and other stuff, probably Karee'ch would suggest moving up a bit before setting camp.
okay.
Because it's not good to set up camp on like a choke where a lot of things can come through, especially things you might not want to see.
So, where are we going?
Would it be across river we'd have to go anyway, or is it?
You would have to travel across the river to get where you're going anyway. Yeah.
Well, we have to go that way anyway.
So it's kind of pointing across the river. It's like,
Okay.
It was part reason why I bring us here. For somewhere to wash. Easiest to get across. The water is not too fast, but it is deep.
It's
Well, we're
okay, I'll
gonna-
float.
You do, but my fear lies with Heliodor.
I'm like a stone. I sink in water.
Not only I seen your last attempt at crossing a bridge, it did not well.
Oof.
Sean's fine.
It was windy and cold though, I will admit that.
Not my proudest moment. No.
And this is a much wider bridge as well, I will.
I can carry him over the water.
I mean,
You can.
I mean, no insult.
Is somebody gonna make me like a papoose to sit in or something?
I have one.
Yeah, Estella has the thumb papoose. Just need to make it slightly bigger for Heliodor papoose.
Yeah.
Karee'ch just looks at Mare like, can that just carry you in mouth?
Like looking at Estella now. Estella's sitting at maybe like 5'7". Like they've grown quite a bit. Like they weren't too far off of Clay, which is probably why Clay was quite jarred to see them.
Uppies.
Your kid's growing up.
And I want to have one attempt on my own, just to prove to myself that bridges are okay.
This is a significantly sturdier bridge. Is Karee'ch leading the way, or?
Karee'ch would lead the way, yeah.
Okay. You don't have to make any checks across this bridge. Because it is a big fucking log that is significantly bigger than you. It's about 15 foot wide.
Halfway across a pterodactyl fucking snatches the spider and he never gets to see his fan after all.
Rest in peace. So you start making your way over the bridge.
No, don't, but it might be 15 feet across, but don't do this.
Oh.
Wait. Karee'ch just disappears into like the top of the tree.
Just a rustle.
Wait, this way.
What way?
Follow your instincts, Dracera.
No, this way.
You're a tree, Dracera. You should be able to understand this.
It's a fallen over tree. We know what happens when it's a dead plant.
Every time you talk to plants, it's horrifying in some way.
They're either going like, yeah, we can help, and the next day they're fucking dead, or they're screaming.
Just screaming.
I wonder what this grass is saying right now.
Every time you step on it, it screams in horror.
It's bendy, it's fine.
It's fine. You're not crushing it. As you follow Karee'ch through,
Well, I think I've got a lawnmower.
it is starting to get darker as you travel over, and you start to see sort of the pinpricks of light of fireflies as they begin to spot across this open section of jungle.
See.
I'll say Karee'ch will take them. I'll say at the minute Karee'ch will take them for about an hour's walk. And he'll do an hour so that it's only like 4 hours in the morning instead of a 5-hour walk. So that it's not. So he knows it's going to be close enough to midday when you get there.
For the sake of, I don't have any other travelling maps. Don't do this to me. So you're going to have to just cope with this will be where it is.
We come across another river with another fall.
Just do this.
Wow.
Yes,
There she goes.
You know what the really nice part about these woods are, which is it is good because a lot of other hunters do not come here because the terrain repeats itself quite a lot around here.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, very nice. And when we get to a place and settle, Heliodor will amp out the carriage.
With its sled bottom.
With its sled bottom. It's still usable as
you can still drag it through. It's just really not going to do the sled part any good.
No, only when we have stopped. Just like, right, cool. Okay.
So where, for reference, where in this clearing are you setting up? Are you setting up in like this little gap where you guys currently are, or are you going under the trees? Are you going right in the middle? Where are you going?
What about where the shade is?
Like up here?
Probably better. Skip it up! Give me up!
The short ones just sprint over.
It's just, what's a quite a chance of meatballs? It's just the police guy charging in the background.
Yeah. Are you setting up a campfire?
It's a really ominous question. Like that. You sound like a campfire.
Are you setting up a campfire?
I feel like that's a yes.
Digging a hole.
I mean, it's Karee'ch's
Why are you singing my national anthem? How do you know that?
That is dwarven culture. How could you?
To be fair, I would, if I was hunting around here, I wouldn't really set up a fire or anything like that.
The fireflies are providing quite a lot of light.
Including me.
I would if you want to, roll me anyone can roll a survival check.
Yeah, that's not fair. That ain't it, Chief.
I like the comforts of life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Remember, it's
Nice.
advantage. Okay, so Estella and Karee'ch, both of you look up and you can see the kind of strip of the ring across the sky as it's darkening, and you see Eden, the moon, and it's a hunter's moon tonight, so it is quite bright moonlight. It's illuminating the open space appropriately without need for extra lighting.
Lovely.
Plus, Dracera glows in the dark, so...
Gotcha.
No lighting, but is it cold?
I mean, it's jungly.
It's temperate. So the coldest it really kind of gets on Sif, you're looking at maybe about 20 degrees Celsius.
So you're not going to freeze to death staying out for a night.
Yeah, you're not going to freeze overnight.
Yeah. A lot of time when camp out, I would normally kind of looks up at the trees. I would normally either be up there, or I would make a small burrow. Most of the time.
Dig a hole for everyone? Dig separate holes for everyone to sleep in?
Don't do that for me. I've got my above ground hole, thank you. And Heliodor steps up into his wagon.
You realize this is hunting ground, right?
Okay, I have a nice safe cage to be in.
And a bear.
And a large bear.
I think you'll be fine.
Shit. I should have got my invisibility cloak fixed.
Yeah. The armorer could do that for you. Heliodor also might be able to fix it, yeah.
Magic items is like my bag.
I'm gonna give the invisibility cloak to... I mean, it's got a few holes.
It's quite burnt. You'd be able to patch it back together.
Okay.
Are you any good at tailoring?
Leather. I think I'm more leather crafty, so it might end up being half leather. Let me just check my sheet. What tools can I use? There's masons, brewers, smiths, jewelers. Oh no, but it's a magic item, so
it is a magic item. So I'll say, like, how are you flavoring how you fix this? Because you are gonna have to make a roll to see whether or not you can.
Heliodor's probably gonna go via the tinkerer's tools route.
Okay.
Because they're small, finicky, and this is kind of this feels like this is a small details job. Like there's lots of, it's dealing with fabric, making sure the fabric doesn't fray, dealing with small intricate pieces. So I'll probably go tinkerer's tools.
Okay.
It's probably got a sewing needle somewhere.
Going round in his beard a bit, stabs a finger. Ah, there it is.
So Heliodor, I'd like you to roll me a tool proficiency check. I just say just a straight roll. The DC you're aiming for is 16.
Okay, day. Pretty sure I've got a thing for that. I'm using Tinker's tools. Normal. As I quickly go to my features. How?
It's a 13.
How'd I do? Hold on. Wait. I have a thing.
You can a flash of genius yourself?
I think I might.
How do you do that?
I feel like
Smart.
it's like doing something, and then like here's like a oh shit, like starts ripping the material. It's like oh fuck, and just like adds more. So that's.
I like unless you can
now.
see yourself because it's something that you have to see.
I feel like I'm part way through, and I start ripping the material, and I'm like oh shit, and stop myself that way.
Please.
I don't know. I'd say okay. So I'll say that no, you can't do that. And you get about halfway through it before you kind of go, I think I need to take a break because I'm starting to flub it. Maybe I'm a bit tired. You know, you have just been in combat, so you're not able to fix it this time, but you are about halfway through it, so it'll take about half the time, and it'll be an easier DC to fix the rest of it next time you try it.
Isn't there a whole thing about me with magic materials or something?
Is there?
I think so. Hold on. I'm just saying I accept your ruling now, by all means. I'm just gonna
poke about it and get back to me, and we'll talk about it then. Yeah. Okay, so you got about halfway through it, but you decide like after a few hours of you trying to put this back together, it's a bit like, I think I should get back to this at a different time.
I can just see repeating patterns of threads now. Oh god. Okay, I need to sleep. I'll finish it later.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So still like fall asleep. Sorry.
Are you guys taking watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mare has been told to be on high alert. Like.
So Mare will give like the help action to whoever's watching that night.
But also Mare can't be surprised.
Very true.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay, so what's the order of your watch? You've got 3 watches.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Karee'ch will take middle.
Does Stella just want to sleep?
I don't think they can sleep.
Karee'ch votes to Stella to fucking go to bed, stay in bed. Stop it.
Okay. Heliodor, get your ass out of bed at early o'clock in the morning.
Heliodor, if one, I will take last watch, if one.
You will not get the benefits of a long rest if you take double watch.
No, I mean, if he takes middle watch.
Oh, right, okay.
He'll take last watch, if he'd rather do that.
Okay, cool. Just come wake me up.
Wake me up inside.
Okay, so, Karee'ch, are you digging holes for people to sleep in, or are you sleeping on the surface? What's happening?
Karee'ch did think he thought
Stella wants to sleep in a tree.
I can go in the tree.
Make a little web hammock and go to sleep in the tree.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this without anyone getting hurt. And when I say getting hurt, I mean like going up a tree.
Yeah.
Because these are tall trees, aren't they?
Unless you like tie a Stella to the tree so they don't fall off it, there is a chance they'll fall off it in the night.
Yeah. What I was thinking was putting a hammock on the side of a tree and camouflaging it.
You can do that.
Like sticking it through with bits of brush, sticks and stuff, so it's like imagine a nest up against the side of the tree. Around a hammock.
Do you want that for just one or everyone? Minus Heliodor.
Depends what everyone would want, because I think Karee'ch would be happy enough in the minute to sleep on the floor, like at the bottom of the trees, the now. Because it's only one night. It's not like he's making up his own little kind of like spores nest, if that makes sense. Like a hunting nest.
Yeah.
He's not doing that right now. He's not going to be here that long. So I think he'll make a camouflage out at the bottom of the tree for himself. And he'll offer the same as Drosera if she wants something on the tree, bottom of the tree, or a hole, or whatever.
I like top of tree.
Tree.
I just imagine if Drosera sleeps in the ground, she just grows into it like a plant, like a tree.
The little shoot comes out.
She wakes up in the morning with a sprout on the top of her head.
Little Pikmin.
Karee'ch gets to the top of this probably like 50-foot tree going, you want to climb all the way up there? I don't doubt your strength, but it is not always safest.
But isn't it Stella going up to the tree?
No, he's like putting a hammock like on the side of the tree.
Oh. Yeah, no, I think I'll fall out of that, to be honest. 1, low, be amazing.
He's only put like Stella's like maybe 10 feet up at most.
Hi, top bunk.
Like he'll offer that he can put this one like if Estelar's is like going from there to there, like around the tree, or at the side of the tree, he'll offer to Drosera to do the same, but like head to foot sort of thing, like feet. Foot
Hell
one,
yeah.
hammock to foot the other.
We could put our camouflaged hammer together, but you be playing.
That's what Karee'ch will do then, and he'll dig himself a hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got two hammocks, a hole, and the caravan. Okay.
Nice.
And Karee'ch makes himself a front door as well, because fuck yes.
Well, of course. Okay, so Drosera, you are the first person to roll.
Yep, so before I do anything, I'm going to cast the invisibility.
Okay.
That lasts for an hour.
It does. So that's a third of your watch, effectively.
Yep.
Okay, and the rest of you are sleeping.
Okay.
Like,
What do I have to roll?
Perception check for me, please. You're at
Do I get a help
advantage
action?
because you've got Mare with you.
I'll do it just another roll then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, with a nat 20, you're sat there kind of watching the rain patter down. It feels nice to be outside. Feels nice to be under the rain, especially. It's sort of like washing away the tense atmosphere that you've been sitting in for quite a while now. You haven't really had much of a real sit down and break, and this is a peaceful change. But there's something nagging you in the back of your head. It's just something's just like, you don't know what it is. It feels somewhat familiar. Doesn't feel like Delern. But it's just a quiet nagging that something is off. Maybe not with the world around you, but with something to do with you.
Oh no. Oh fuck. That's gonna be something I explore when I go to bed. And go to Dream World.
but you go to DreamWorks.
Yeah.
The
Best
rest
animation studio.
The rest of your watch is peaceful. You see the occasional kind of creature running across the opening. You look up occasionally. You see a harpy, one of the mail delivery service with a little bag and their little uniform flapping through the sky, kind of cutting off the moon, like cutting through the moonlight so you can see them. But it's a quiet night so far.
Lovely jubbly. I'm gonna go wake up Heliodor.
Yeah. Hey.
Hi. You right to take watch?
Yeah. I'll just make
Okay.
myself some tea. Hold on.
Fair enough.
Theodore makes some tea on the campfire outside and starts to watch.
Cool, I'm gonna climb into my hammock.
Okay, roll me a perception at advantage, please.
The hammock also, just to say, has like brush mounted over the top of it at his little roof.
No.
Stop rain.
Cute.
Yeah.
Perception advantage.
Okay. Okay, so you are sat. You're just drinking a cup of tea, occasionally checking up on Mare, who's watching diligently into the open field.
Nice.
You're looking up at the ring, kind of reminiscing somewhat. Yeah. Thinking about what Home's doing now. What the city is doing in your absence. What your great-great-great-grandmother is doing. Doesn't seem to be anything happening. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest that happens during the course of your watch.
I thought this was supposed to be a hunting ground. I thought I was going to see something cool, like a bunny getting murdered.
All of a sudden, an arrow fires from the wall. The
Nice. Oh.
That's the end of your watch. If you want to wake up.
Whose watch is it now? I can't remember. Was it Karee'ch?
It's Karee'ch.
I keep up the good work, Mayor. Karee'ch. Wait, shit. Where is Karee'ch?
In a hole. Has Karee'ch pinpointed where the hole is so that Heliodor will be able to find him?
He has a door.
I was gonna say it's like that scene from Shrek where Fiona goes into the cave.
Yeah, pulls the fucking door over the front of the cave.
His hole is actually like it would have been below where Dracera and Eslar are. So at the bottom of the tree, probably about here, probably on the map. If they're on this tree, then this is probably where he's kind of thing with himself.
Okay.
You'd see, like, you would notice, like, the loose dirt that's been fingered out and spread around the ground through the, like, the...
No, he's not very perceptive.
He would not notice, but then Karee'ch would be awoken by the little strings he's mounted up around his waist.
I feel like the top of your hole is stood on, and you just hear like walking like, what the fuck? What?
Like Heliodor's walking around, and all of a sudden just like
goes into the hole.
What was that for? It's like he's going around, and it's just like this like little dirt wood hatch just listened up, and it's just Karee'ch's head sticking out like an angry neighbour. Like, what the fuck do you want?
With like a candle and everything. His house is decorated.
Like a floppy hat.
He's fucking Scrooge.
He's got a Scrooge get up down there. A whole dirt chair and dirt fireplace.
Humbug!
Glorious, I don't... It's your turn. It's your turn.
Oh, okay.
Need help out, you. Okay.
You still got like you know the joke like the Japanese spider holes, so just like the crease in the dirt where it's like a little bunker he's looking at.
Oh yeah.
No, he's got to climb out the hole, and he's gonna he'll get on top of a Heliodor's cart, like climb on top of it to look around.
Okie dokie. Before we get to your...
Sit there with Bo in case he sees like a deer or something like that. So, dinner.
Very early morning dinner. Before we get to your watch, Dracera.
Ah, fuck.
You've dozed off into sleep. It's taken you a little while because you've been somewhat disturbed by the like the feeling you had during your watch. You close your eyes and feel yourself drifting. And you are welcomed back into that familiar starry night sky.
Oh, no! Please.
Stretching out into nothingness around you.
Oh.
There's an unease. You can't figure out what. It's the same sensation you had whilst you were on your watch. Like a weight being pushed down on you sourcelessly from above. You feel like you aren't alone. But you don't see anyone. You see no one else in the long stretch of darkness and scattered stars. Instead, ahead of you is a large crack of white light.
Oh dear. I'm gonna approach it, but not all the way.
Roll me an investigation.
Oh no. Oh no, I have an idea. I don't like it. Whew.
Yummy. So the crack is about 2 feet wide. Maybe 40 feet up.
Whoa.
Stretching high up into the sky above you. You walk around it, kind of getting a feel for it. It has a 2-dimensional quality to it. Looking at it from the side, it almost seems to vanish from view. It crackles with magic. A thunderous radiance that gently undulates in the air in front of you. Like a thunderbolt frozen in time just before it strikes the ground. You squint a little as you look at it. There's some sort of outline that encircles it. You take a few steps back. It's incredibly faint. It's an archway, almost too faint to see. You take about like maybe 20 steps back, 20 paces back, look at it. With the horizontal crack down its center, it almost looks like a door. As you're looking at it, the crack is very, very slowly getting wider.
So, did you say the archway is around?
Surrounds the outside of the crack.
Okay. And it's just pure light coming through. There's nothing to see in it.
It's just white light.
I know what that means. Okay.
As you kind of contemplate this for a few moments, as you're staring at it, you watch the stars begin to shift around you. And you again are given the same image you've had before. Silhouettes of people shaped among the stars. People you know. Your friends, your allies. You see Estella, lined in sap green and mellow summer yellow. Embraced in the arms of a sweeping female figure. A motherly shape with spectacular horns and a long dress that looks like the reeds of a willow cascading into the starry beyond. Karee'ch outlined in burning orange and hungry red. A bow taut and aimed into the darkness with an arrow tip like the sun. Piercing the shadows like it will tear holes in the universe itself, mirrored by a huge muscle-bound figure with a wolven face. Heliodor, encircled in shimmering gold and stone grey, raised arms towards a nondescript figure of a person carrying a grand blunted scythe. It's like a square end to the scythe, with a singular circle where the face should be. But you kind of turn around. Behind you climbs the grand silhouette of a masculine figure. Robed in blue and purple silks. A bald head with 6 eyes that look down upon you like you're the most dear thing to him in this universe. And as the being behind you lifts their hand, they kind of raise it towards you. You are snapped awake in a cold sweat. You are freezing cold to the touch.
She's gonna wrap her arms around herself and try to warm up quietly. don't think she wants to alert anyone, especially this early.
Okay. Karee'ch, can you roll me your perception checks, please? Okay.
Ooh.
26, yum. You and Mare are diligently looking out over the sort of plain in front of you. You catch a couple of small creatures. You fire from your section on top of the car and scramble down and go and collect your kill. Mare is just observing you as you do so. You don't see anything probably bigger than a fox in this area. You do, however, hear something bigger than a fox, but it does not pass through the plain in front of you. Instead, sort of sticks to the tree line.
So it kind of bogs off. He can tell what it is, and he knows it's not coming close.
Yeah. If anything, it didn't roll a high enough perception to find you.
I told you, Heliodor. So he's sitting there, he just said to I told you, Heliodor. This is not just my hunting ground. There is reason why I dig hole.
The sun begins to rise. The rain continues to fall. And as the light begins to sort of permeate the canopy, each of you are gently awoken. If Dracera actually got back to sleep, it's cool. Each of you can take the benefits of a long rest.
Yay!
Yay!
I might roll.
Go on then.
What do you think I should roll? Like,
I would like you to roll me a d20.
Okay.
You're aiming for a DC of 10. If you get lower than that, I need you to roll me a d4.
Huh.
Oh.
Was exhausted.
Okay.
Woo! Okay.
So you do manage to get enough sleep to benefit from a long rest, and you aren't as exhausted as you were expecting. So you do not take any points of exhaustion for now.
For now. He's like here to destroy Dracera's.
Don't worry about it.
Heliodor makes morning tea.
Morning
Specifically,
brew.
Calming tea. Oh, I got louder.
Can Karee'ch quickly, after everyone's woken up, he can't hear anything more of that bigger creature that was going nearby, can he?
No.
So
it passed maybe about halfway through your watch.
Right, okay.
About an hour
Can
and
he
a half ago now.
quickly go to see if he can find the tracks?
If you'd like to.
Would that be a survival for that?
Yes, please.
God damn.
Holy fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
okay.
I need my favorite train, guys.
You are quite because of the fact that it's been drizzling pretty much all night. Like the mud is soft, and the prints that have been left behind by this creature are still there and quite well preserved.
How big are they?
Bigger than your hand. It's like a paw. Set of 4 paw prints.
Something similar to like a bear, I guess. Then.
You're looking probably closer to a tiger.
What? Excuse me?
Karee'ch's gonna come back. He's gonna have I know he can't entirely thing with facial expressions, but you see they've got kind of used to his mannerisms, like the maybe small wiggles of his palps or something if he's happy or something like that.
or smug. And he comes back, and he's gonna come over for a cup of tea with Heliodor.
Tea time.
You're in a good mood.
I told you.
Told me what? What?
Remember, this was a hunting ground
Hey.
with things
Hunt
bigger
something?
than us.
What?
You want to see?
You know what? I'm good living in blissful ignorance, thank you.
I believe that.
Sorry, what is happening? What?
Apparently something big.
And
Something rather dangerous passed by last night. Not close. Not.
and that makes you happy, Karee'ch?
No, prove that point.
Oh, okay. It's smugness. I get that. I understand.
Kenny giggles himself a little bit. Like, that is why I decall and make camouflage.
However, I didn't do any of that, and I'm still here.
It's true, but it's food for thought to remember where are.
Is this going to be a running thing, guys?
Every day, or that something's trying to kill me?
As in, every time we camp up is Karee'ch. Something's dangerous, and then you're not going to listen, and then one day it's going to bite you.
Yeah, he's literally doing this because it's like he's at the point where he should be teaching someone his trade. And having you guys out here, having Heliodor go like, oh, it doesn't fucking matter. It's kind of like, see.
I can
This is why humanoids are his favorite enemy.
What? I didn't know that.
Humanoids are not very smart. Yeah, humanoids are one of Karee'ch's favorite enemies.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
It's not for the reasons you might think. In the sense of, it's not the fact he hunts them. It's the fact
he doesn't hunt people. Don't worry.
He avoids other hunters.
That makes more sense.
And humanoid hunters are generally very loud and obnoxious in the woods in comparison.
That's fair.
I can maybe go see the tracks to see if you want me to, if I know anything about it.
Oh, do you want to see?
If it makes you happy.
Yeah.
Oh, come.
Do you want tea for when you get back, Estella?
Yeah, tea.
Yeah, tea.
Sarah, tea.
Karee'ch's actually going to be kind of giddy at this.
Nice.
And it's like, no, in the sense of like, they're going to start going over it. He's going to like just. I don't know exactly what he'd say, but he's going to try and start. It's like trying to teach Estella about tracking and shit like that.
You're getting the dad rundown of how this works.
Nice.
Sort of the shape, the size, so you can see from these prints that it's got claws, and you can tell from the amount of digits it's got that it's this kind of creature and stuff like that. And you're giving him the full, like, you're giving Estella the full rundown. Estella, you're just kind of staring at these massive fucking paw prints.
Cool. Can I roll a history check on them?
If you'd like to, yeah.
Just because, you know, I might know stuff. Oh,
this isn't. You're not used to like looking at tracks per se. You're used to looking at the animals, but not sort of like what they leave behind. This isn't really your territory. But you are being taught.
Yeah, they'll just listen to Karee'ch anyway.
While those
if
two
the
are
ball
off.
is if the prints of this kind of size, you can gauge that generally the animal will be about this sort of weight. And you see how deep the impressions go. That tells you more about it. This one was not young.
While we've got father-son time happening, Heliodor, what would you like to do?
Heliodor is gonna like pull out the little table and chair from the thing and like up like tea and be like, Dracera, please.
This is very fancy.
We can have a little bit of posh every now and again.
Okay.
On a serious note, while those two are off, Estella's not okay.
No.
What do we do?
We just have to be there for them. I mean, we're the last people they've got left, and they need us right now. But we can't, I guess, force them to talk if they don't want to yet.
I don't want it to become something that's like festering. You know, there's a difference. There's the difference between not wanting to talk yet and just bottling it. And I want to make sure that it doesn't bottle.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm worried about is the next time we get into a fight, what's going to happen as well. This is just... Unfortunately, if we continue like this is just the beginning.
Hey.
As much as we are the only people left, this isn't the best place for a child, and it never was.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and, we're all they got. We just got to make sure this doesn't break them.
Sounds good.
Yeah. At some point we'll talk to them anyway. It's ending a life as a teenager. I can't even imagine that.
No. When I was a teenager, I don't think I'd left the cavern yet. I hadn't seen the outside world, so... yeah, I can't imagine what this is like.
I don't even know what it's like to be human-ish teenager.
No.
But I guess we've just gotten used to things that we don't really know even how to talk to people about this anymore.
I personally don't have children, so it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I met my niece, though. She's grand.
Yeah.
She's way smaller than Estella, and honestly is always going to be smaller than Estella now.
Yeah, I think Estella's reaching.
So tall.
It might reach about 7 foot.
Can you make me a perception check, please?
Oh, fuck. I mean, no, I'm terrible at them.
That perception gang.
Is Mare still helping?
No.
Oh,
that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
That's okay.
It's okay, it's a 14.
-1 perspective.
As you're sat talking to Dracera, you're observing her, and there's the top of her glove. So her gloves come down to maybe about halfway down her forearm. There's this kind of ring of blue. You swear she wasn't that short. She's well, you know, as that tall. She's gotten taller.
Oh.
Stop!
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I was already taller than you! This is the Mary and Pippin pop they got.
As she's got her finger in the tea, you're like...
Why are you blue?
Why are you blue?
Why are you blue?
I'm taller. Fuck you. Why is everybody getting big? No.
I'm not taller.
Stand up.
Okay, she's gonna stand up and...
Heliodor stands up next to you. Is there?
It's she has bulked out slightly, muscle on the arms that she didn't really have before. You swear it was different yesterday. Literally yesterday.
You weren't as toned yesterday. What happened? Where did these shoulders come from?
Beating the shit out of a hag made you grow muscle.
I need to find more hags.
A lot of fuel.
A lot of fuel.
See, Karee'ch doing what he does. He makes the woman in his life bigger.
Expand female.
He just sits there. He's like, he's the one who's been hunting for their food all the time. So it's like, I've been doing a good job.
Dracera, you can roll me a history check to see if you can figure out what's going on.
Yes. And I also want to check out the blue on my arms.
Yeah. The blue?
That band around it. The blue.
Oh yeah, Heliodor, you notice your belt's actually got a bit tighter.
Be nice to him.
No, this is what Karee'ch does. He fattens his friends and family.
Okay, Dracera, with that roll,
Italian mother.
it could have been that because you were sat out in the rain, you've been more watered for a little while, or it could be something to do with your Faravia. You are also not sure about that. The blue certainly is. The blue has gone up your arm maybe by half an inch, so it is not like it's about here, maybe about halfway up your forearm at the lip of your gloves. It doesn't seem to be expanding at like a super fast rate. This has taken a little while for it to get to that stage.
Is this a different kind of warp? And Heliodor takes a step back.
No, it's not contagious. Don't worry.
But it is warp? What?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not warp.
Okay.
If I had warp, I would tell you.
Okay, thank you.
That is no problem. It's it's this kind of process that some Druidar go through when they have to take over the realm, and it's sort of this gradual thing that's happening. I'm monitoring it, and it seems to be going quite slowly.
With that roll as well, Dracera, you can equate that it changes most significantly after you've had these dreams.
Yeah, I had another really weird dream last night, and yeah, it seems to quicken after that, and they're just completely random. And you were in it as well, actually.
Oh, shit, I'm honored.
Would Dracera recognize that maybe the figure, because I've drawn this conclusion, don't know whether Dracera would or even if this is right, that the figure that was with Heliodor was Enter.
You can roll me a religion check if that's what you think it is.
Because we did see Entum.
You did.
Not long ago.
Why is the god of death hanging around? Heliodor.
Oh, these rolls today are spicy. Oh.
No, that wasn't Entum. The shape was different.
Ooh.
Entum didn't carry a scythe. However, with a 19 in your religion, there is somebody who is often depicted with a scythe, and that is Deltan, the goddess of order.
Deltan?
Yes.
Interesting. Have you heard of Deltan, Heliodor?
The goddess of order? I feel like I've probably heard of all the girls.
Yeah, you know about that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you were pictured in the stream with her.
Oh.
I don't understand why. Everyone was pictured with someone, but a lot of them... I think maybe Karee'ch is somehow related to the general, the one that you researched on the ring.
The general. Oh, Wolfbane.
Yeah.
I will give. I'll be with your overall religion check. I'll do it for all of them if that's what you'd like.
Stop! Oh, you're so sweet. I didn't. Bitch. I was making my own conclusions. Go ahead.
And you're very wrong. No.
Look, it makes sense, bro. Look, Wolf. the one we just learned about would
So
make
okay,
sense, right?
so
One other wolf.
the figure that was depicted with Karee'ch, you have a general understanding of the Divine Order. So like, it would have been taught to you when you were young.
Mm-hmm.
One of the gods is depicted with a wolf's head, and his name is Ezoa, the god of the hunt.
And Estella.
And Estella, you've seen many a statue of this figure. It's Obris.
It's Obris. Got that one right.
Hey. And with yourself, with the 6 eyes and the flowing robes,
World Weaver?
is Asus, god of magic.
Asus. Ah, that's the boy. The one who's
That is Dylan's setup, yeah.
I knew that one. Haha. I knew that.
What is a priest god of?
Magic.
Get the
Trees.
specific. Obris is the
Forest.
Yeah, she is the god of the jungle.
Oh, the jungle. Thank you.
Welcome to the jungle, where we have fun and games.
So I was depicted with the goddess of order.
Yes. Obris is often referred to as the mother of trees. Deltan is the law, the order, and the court. Asus is called the true energy. And Ezoa is the rush of adrenaline, the hunter, and the hunted.
Well, I mean, that's a nice god to be depicted in front of.
Well, it was nice to see something positive. There was also
Mhm.
something negative.
Oh.
I saw a it was like in the void there was this giant crack of light going through it, surrounded by what seemed to be like a door. And I think it was expanding.
The door we're looking for, maybe?
Yeah, or the door that the Harbingers are trying to break open
Yeah, that one.
has started.
To open, but they don't have all the keys.
But I think that at least it has started to. I don't think they can do all of it, but I think they've started some sort of process.
Okay. And you say it's like a crack, not like a line of a door opening. It's like
No, it's yeah, like a crack of stone.
maybe they're forcing it open.
That is plausible.
And terrifying, because it means that we have significantly less time than we expected.
Yeah, that too.
About this time, Karee'ch and Estella are making their way back.
Hi.
I'm distraction man. I'm distracting the child from depression.
Wow.
I gave Karee'ch a chance to vent about his hyperfixation whilst distracting the child.
He's the manager of cams. He just is like, have you tried to walk?
Have you taken a cold shower and gone for a walk?
No, and Heliodor's like, would you like a cup of tea?
Child mental health services. You're acting. You are the acting figures of cams now.
All of a sudden, a harpy comes out of the trees with a letter from CPS.
Welcome to the family.
That should have happened years ago.
So how was animal hunting, Estella?
Good. I mean, no, we didn't hunt anything.
No, I was being a bit facetious. I was looking at paw prints.
God, you are so bad at this. No.
I don't know. Anyway,
I see you do not want to have. I see you do not want me to make your dinner anymore. It's okay.
Huh? No, but your stew is so good. We were just talking about dreams.
When do I not talk about dreams?
Yeah.
Kind of your whole thing.
Dracera's doing that as like a thing at Heliodor, like
Just like, oh god, I can't escape it.
Fucking go.
Dracera's army depicted in front of the goddess of law and order, which I thought was quite cool. It was in front of Deltan. But also there's a bit more of a pressing issue about a large archway.
Who
I
is
think I'll
Deltan?
hand off to. Oh! Deltan is the goddess of order.
He who knows nothing of religion.
He is the lord, the order, and the court.
Wait, so you don't know anything about any gods, goddesses, Karee'ch?
Okay, I'm gonna push you a picture right now. Imagine instead of charisma, it says religion.
Yeah, it's bad. To expedite the conversation that will follow, Karee'ch has literally lived in a hole for his entire life. He has had no connection to any sort of social understanding of how the divine work, which is why the gods are kind of not a part of his life. So he has very little recognition of gods and doesn't particularly believe in them.
Okay.
He has been told about them beforehand through their travels. The only thing is not information that's really stuck with him, because it's like okay, imagine trying to explain religion to a caveman, literally, and then try to have them repeat it to you afterwards. Yeah.
Oh god, this is gonna.
Right.
You do not have to do this conversation if you don't want to.
No, I'm just like, how do I get him to pray so it really that can help? I feel like a Mormon.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior?
Our Lord and Savior, the World Weaver.
Okay.
Not to be offensive, but that sounds kind of made up to me.
Oh god. Okay.
Out of character.
He didn't actually say that, oof.
No, he didn't actually say that, no.
Estella, who comes from a very religious family, stood in the back like,
It's kind of like,
I'm gonna go pray now.
Imagine the face of the spider in that meme, and that's just the face you're getting through this conversation. It's going in one ear and out the other, like, I do not understand how this works.
That's fine.
I will let you understand that. I will understand the hypocrites.
Okay, well, why don't you do something that you're really good at that's non-religion based and lead the way?
True. And Heliodor opens the locket.
brings the whole caravan into the locket, and it's gone.
Let's go.
Okay, this way.
Survival checks, please.
We all have to do them?
No, just
Oh, brilliant, fantastic!
Oh my god.
it's because he's got advantage, so I say checks. Good fucking lord. 31. Okay.
The thing is, with this thing, is technically you can't get lost.
Yeah, he can't get lost because this is familiar
Unless-
territory as well.
Unless it's by magical means, it's the only reason he can get
The joys
lost.
of a level 11 ranger. Fuck me. Okay, so
Well, it might be different if you let me take the level 1 rogue.
you are going to have to forgive me for the fact that I don't have a map for this section, so please use your imaginations, theatre of the mind, you know how it is.
How dare you? How could you do this to us? The diligent DM, you're like, oh my god.
Bring up the map of Violet Gold and just go, this isn't Violet Gold.
This isn't it. Don't worry about it. Use your brains. Okay.
We're walking through the jungles, we find what looks like a hole in the ground.
Wow. So, Karee'ch, as you are traversing, this is all familiar territory. It is a pretty long walk, like because you guys are going on foot. It is a bit sort of like, you got to go over kind of thick routes. You are getting into thicker and thicker jungle, uninhabited, never touched by the thralls of industrial civilization as it stands on Sif. This is wildland. The canopy is thick. You can hear the buzz of insects everywhere. There's sort of like that thick kind of heavy air of humidity as you're traveling. You take a few brief breaks to sort of make sure that you're drinking and eating and that you're not overworking yourselves. Before Karee'ch comes to a relatively short stop. And you stare at the ground and take a few steps forward. Everyone else in the party, in maybe half a second, Karee'ch is gone.
Where'd he go?
There is a sudden blur of movement, and like leaves are busted up from the floor before Karee'ch has vanished.
Drusera's going to put her ear to the ground.
You can hear very excited chattering under the ground.
Oh no, he's all good.
Drusera, as you put your head to the ground, you feel something grab onto the sides of your head, and it feels like it's trying to pull on you, but it's not very strong. And as you kind of lift your head and look at it, you see 2 arms sticking out from the floor, maybe like a little like indent of a hole, and this tiny little spider face that is staring at you with like 4 very large white eyes, just like.
Hello, are you?
They skitter away.
Did I? Okay. Darty, Gnarly, Khan. She's gonna go to the ground and be like,
hello.
Knocks on ground.
I come to speak about your car's extended warranty.
Housekeeping.
We're friends of your dad. And she's saying this in
Sylvan.
Sylvan.
Okay.
You guys just stood watching 2 people lie on the floor. One of them is talking to the floor, and the other is knocking on the floor.
Just like, huh? Within like the next few moments, like the ground seems to sort of lift up, and the dirt is pushed aside. The leaves are all splayed across, and this huge, like I mean huge, like 9-foot standing figure appears. She is humanoid from the waist up. Has the sort of the same, very similar sort of mandibles as Karee'ch. Long, kind of pale, almost like blonde hair, like a dusty blonde. 6 black eyes. She's got quite a monstrous face. It's not quite human, but it's not fully spider. Kind of a feminine upper figure, and then massive arachnid torso. She's got 8 legs that just sort of crap out of the floor as she pulls herself up, and in her arms is Karee'ch.
Karee'ch looks fucking.
You fucking simp!
He is like, imagine someone being like Princess Carrie. Oh, he has his arms around her, like just.
As much as Karee'ch's little face can smile, you can see his palps are just wiggling excitedly. And she is looking down at all of you with this relatively blank expression. She turns to Karee'ch. My love, are these your friends?
Yeah, these are the friends. These are my friends I've told you so much about. This is and he points down like first to Estelar. Like, this is Estelar, the person I met first out of everyone here. What I told you about for so long.
You say they are child. They are very tall for child.
They are older than ours.
Oh, and she kind of tries to smile at you. She's not quite looking at you. She's kind of looking forward, but you feel like you're being watched. And she gives you this kind of little wiggle with her palps, as if she's smiling at you. And she tries her absolute best in common. Hello.
Little wave.
She's got Karee'ch in one arm. She waves with the other arm. Am I doing it right, my love?
Girl, that is how say, girl.
What? This one is glowing.
This one is Dracera. She is and he's trying to think if there's a word in Sylvan, especially their Sylvan, because when he's speaking, anyone there who speaks Sylvan, it's what he went over with you beforehand. It's very accented for Sylvan.
Yeah.
It would be like a foreigner learning English and then going to a random rural town in northern England, or Scotland or wherever.
Very thick accent.
Yeah. He's trying to think of the word for Druia, and
it would just be Druia.
Druia.
Yeah.
He will just say, she is a Druia. She is very, very good friend of mine.
She is shiny.
Thank you. You are very tall.
Hello, she says in common to you.
Hello. She's going to try and say back in Sylvan with their accent.
She is a child too, yes?
No, she is adult.
She is so small.
I know, but she's so strong as well.
She is shiny.
She has helped us so many times. She is very shiny.
You can tell she's looking at you without her turning her head. She looks at Heliodor. That one is a child.
That was definitely right.
That one
Big
is
beard.
Heliodor. He is a dwarf. Dwarves are very short humanoids. He is very much not a child. Very, very, very much not a child.
Small dwarf.
Keho, dwarf. And he says
Hello.
He says it in Selrun. Dwarf.
Elrond.
So, common.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
She was thinking you were a child because she's so short.
Hello.
She's not almost child. She's not almost child because so short.
Hey.
Hello.
And then Heliodor calls Mare over and gets on top of Mare now I'm tall.
She takes a step back.
Oh no! And Heliodor clanks on the head, steps off and goes roll over, and the Mare will roll
with you on him, and you just go flying off him.
Oh no! Heliodor,
you just get barreled off the top of the bear.
It's just scratches his belly. Is bang, bang, bang. Come.
Karee'ch is gonna put a hand top of the chest and I say there.
Across the collar.
Yeah, across the collar. He's not dangerous. Not to us. That is Mare. She is friend.
Hello.
And I will get Mare to go. Rawr.
She pulls a bit of a face and her head moves back, but she doesn't seem as on edge now that Karee'ch has comforted her. You all hear kind of these three quiet voices. It's just, Papa, can we say hello now?
Go. And he kind of looks over Daddy's shoulder down into the hole. So he waves up to them come say hello.
Three tiny spiders come scrambling out of the hole, the tallest of which is probably sitting at about 3 foot, and the smallest is maybe just under 2 feet. Is it 2 of which have centaur bodies and 1 of which doesn't?
No, it's one has centaur.
One has a centaur body.
Khan and Nally, his oldest 2, are humanoid like him. Tatty, his youngest, is a centaur like his mother. Like her mother.
Her mother, yeah.
Oh, spider body.
Spider body.
Yeah. So
Right.
human torso,
rested spider.
Right.
But very much minuscule in comparison to her mother.
My brain, when you said centaur, was like, wait, there's a spider horse? What?
They are classified.
Jesus.
They're classified as centauroids, which are Elenians with like a centaur style setup, where they have the animal body. She has a horse body, and then two halves of the horse.
Oh god, it's the guy who, they were. There's two siblings, twins, both of which were children to. One was a mermaid and one was a centaur. One of them is completely human. The other is bottom part horse, top part fish.
I remember this. The three of you see these tiny little spider people come scrambling out of the hole, and unlike their mother, they seem a lot more curious and a lot more excitable. And they come right up to you. Tati, the smallest one, is very interested in Dracera, because she's sparkly, and she comes over and kind of starts tugging on your trousers, and all of them are just going, hello, 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 hello. It seems like that's the only thing they know how to say in Sauron.
That's adorable. Hello, Heliodor will, if he's got any snacks, like any like jerky meat or anything, like just like.
The oldest, Khan, takes the meat from you and looks at his mother, and Dati looks at Karee'ch.
Karee'ch nods quite enthusiastically.
You watch this child devour what you've given them very quickly, like the little palps just like pulling it in, and they munch it and they're like, hello.
Hello. Heliodor bites it and says, jerky. Nom nom nom.
Jerky.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to give you children a dwarven accent.
I will kill you.
I will kill you where you stand. Dati has this kind of gentle frown on her face as she's looking over the rest of the party. As she seems like she's trying to figure something out. Home. She points at you. Points down. Home.
Let's go down into your home.
She gestures for you to follow her.
And Heliodor else. Is the hole big enough for Mare to fit through?
It's big enough for a 9-foot spider lady. Yes, it is big enough. She is huge. So it's a good like 10 feet by 10 feet, maybe bigger, that she has dug out. And as she kind of descends with Karee'ch in her arms, and the kids all kind of scramble back into the hole, you each kind of slip into it, and you see this just long stretch of tunnel with sections that have like gaps of light, where it seems like they are like doors to the surface. It's quite deep down, so that the floor above doesn't collapse in, and it's been reinforced with like hard sections of mud and stone that she has built up so that it doesn't collapse. Do all of you have night vision, right?
Yep.
Dark vision, yeah. Plus Dracera is shedding light, so she is glowing, as Dracera does. Dati is fascinated with the fact that you are glowing. That is exciting to her. And she leads you all down this long passageway that seems to just kind of be getting deeper and deeper. And you are brought into what looks like a large kind of stone entranceway, which is strange because the rest of this place is like heavy dirt. I will say observe this map with a pinch of salt. So,
okay.
because it will be not exactly as it's pictured, but
Wow.
Ooh. Oh, look at them!
Wait, hold on.
Oh my god.
Oh, holy shit! Wow. Oh.
if I configure.
Oh, wait, I drew that.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Oh, they're amazing.
And as they stood over there, Karee'ch, kind of two of his forearms swing out from the two still holding us. Welcome to my home.
The floor is mostly covered in dirt. It seems like it's been padded down as you enter, but this is clearly man-made and been preoccupied now by this family. There is just strings of web everywhere, very crushed stone that has collapsed in certain areas, that has been built over with dirt and mud. There's a section over here, as I'm pinging it on the map, that is covered in jewels, gems, shiny objects, gold, a variety of very pretty looking things that have a pin of light, or a handful that come in from the ceiling, directed towards this pile, that makes the pile glimmer in the light. And Dutty points at Dracera and then points at the gold.
Claimed.
Hello.
Hello. I think when Dracera speaks to her, she speaks in Sylvan. But it's going to be quite RP Sylvan,
Yeah,
I guess.
you'll just speak, yeah.
Because, wow. Those are some beautiful gems there.
My love brings them home.
That's sweet of him.
Karee'ch is sat there, you can see his palms are fucking furiously bouncing about the place right now.
You sit there.
I would sit next to the gems.
Yes.
Of course. She goes to sit next to them and sort of shines her arms over them as well a bit to create that kind of disco ball glowing effect on the walls.
The kids all immediately come scuttling over to you, and they are completely entranced by the fact that there's this rainbow effect of light as you ping pong it off the walls of the cavern. It's pretty dark down here. There's no other forms of light, because the family don't tend to need them, and fire isn't exactly great given, there's a lot of webbing here. So it's pretty dark, but Dracera sticks out like a sore thumb.
I do have a lantern.
Okay, if you want to light it.
I'll ask before I do. Polite house guest. Is it okay if I light a lantern just for the center of the room?
She looks at Karee'ch.
And his hands motioning from him for a second as he's half overcome with excitement that he's finding it hard to speak at the same time. Light. Small lantern is metal container of little flame that emit light, lot of light.
She nods to you as if you can light it.
Okay, thank you. And she's gonna light the lantern and place it in.
Okie dokie. With that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 15 minutes. So we will see you very shortly. See you in a bit. Bah.
Little.
It's Karee'ch's brain right now. Welcome back. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so you've lit the lantern and placed it in the middle of the room. Dati seems very reluctant to let Karee'ch go, and is just holding on to him.
Karee'ch seems very reluctant to let go of his Dati right now.
The two are glued together currently. What are the rest of you doing?
Heliodor's looking around and is like, I want to investigate, but it's rude to do that. It's somebody else's house. I gotta contain myself until I ask, but everyone's busy right now. So I think Heliodor is gonna kind of look at Karee'ch and be like, is there a grand tour, perhaps?
She looks at you, Karee'ch. What is he saying, my love?
He is he is making joke about grand tour of home.
He wants to see home.
Keo.
I show. And she points at you.
Oh, okay.
She points at Estella.
Okay.
You come too.
Mhm.
Shiny, you stay.
You're just a part of the treasure now.
Entertain my
Sorry.
children for me.
The kids are kind of trying to bury you in like varieties of shiny things to see whether or not you glow through it. So you've got like gems and like little shiny pebbles and things being put on top of you, and they are just like so excited.
Dracera's about to protest, and then she's like,
Let it happen.
"No, yeah."
Kids.
Let it happen.
Think about it like this. Think about how like enamored Karee'ch has been by shiny things throughout the course of this entire campaign. He loves shiny things, but not nearly as much as his missus does.
His missus is very much a hoarder. It's almost akin to like a dragon's hoard with the amount of shit that she's got. But it's mostly just sort of your standard shiny things. A lot of them are not exactly like flawless stuff. It's like the stuff that's been picked up and damaged, but she does not care. It's shiny. There's particularly shiny stones and a particularly nice looking leaf that she has put like webbing around the outside of so it doesn't rot, and stuff like that. So it's just sort of like pretty things that she has gathered. And she will begin to kind of, scramble as her weird little legs do. Well, little, she's fucking huge. And she will guide you down this way.
Each leg probably weighs more than each party member.
She points to here. And says, "This is where you sleep." And she looks at Heliodor.
This is
sleep.
I would say, guest bedroom.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
She's effectively made up like a big sort of net of webbing that's been padded with like brush and feathers and stuff like that. That's stuff that she has gathered. Lots of leaves that she's padded on the inside of it to effectively make a mattress that is big enough for the three of you.
oh, wow. This looks comfy as shit. Yes. I love it.
He says it looks amazing.
She kind of wiggles her palps at that. She seems excited. She points up to this section where you see almost like a cooking station. There's like an oven that has been built out of clay and mud that has scorch marks on the outside. It's the safest and only place where fire is allowed in the house, really. And there's sort of places for hanging up meat to dry, and like a skinning table that's been built again out of clay mostly. Lots of herbs dangling from webbing that's hanging from the ceiling. They seem pretty well kitted for food.
It seems that other than those herbs and some of the meats or anything hanging around it, there is a very big lack of webbing around it. For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons. Don't want to burn anything.
Yeah. Wow.
You can see
Lovely
even like
selection
at
of
the
meat.
back of it, there is like what looks like a chimney dug through the rock and then up through the dirt above, which you can imagine
nice.
there being some sort of a what is it? You know, the covers you on top of some chimneys like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of twists and turns in this thing that Cree spent a lot of fucking time digging out to make sure that they didn't gas themselves with fucking fire smoke.
Yeah.
All the choice.
She turns to the two of you and kind of like chomps her mouth a little bit, just like nom nom nom.
Now? Nom now or later?
She looks at Karee'ch.
He is asking if mean eat now or later.
Oh, is he hungry?
He looks back. Are you hungry now?
Oh no, I've just had a pretty decent breakfast actually, so I'm pretty good for a bit. Thank you.
Not right now, but he says thank you for offer.
Make food later.
Yeah.
Oh.
You make food, and she points at Karee'ch.
Go.
Yes.
And he thing was like he pulls round his bag, and he probably pulls out the kills he made earlier on. So he's brought fresh stuff down for dinner that night.
She makes a little noise and kisses you on the forehead. As a little thank you for bringing home a hunt.
He is simping.
Hard simping.
You've probably never seen a man simp more in your life. Any of your characters' life.
She leads you through to another room where it seems like the roots of a tree have begun to climb in through the ceiling and make a home here. It seems like this tree has been here a long time. There's a variety of plants and webbing, and again, sort of this sort of like mattress-esque setup. And she tries to describe to you. She points at herself and to Karee'ch. Sleep.
Oh, the master bedroom. Very nice.
Yeah.
And she will gently sort of keep going round, and you notice the floor starting to get a little wet. As she brings you into this area that has a very rudimentary piping system of a padded out stone pipe that is flooding fresh water in from the ceiling, and then in the far corner there is another pipe where it is flooding back out. So it seems like a flowing system of water, and she gestures. How do you say washing?
Girl, this is a washroom. Wash. Wash and where get fresh water from. So if need drink, come here and take from that corner is freshest.
Oh, right. Perfect. Delightful.
My love, you tell them they can go where they like here. Just, if they leave, they tell me.
Yeah, she said that you are free to roam around here, but just let know if leave.
Oh, right, so that we don't
Outside,
get mistaken.
Outside.
You don't get dragged into a hole and eaten. Yeah.
Outside of here, not know if noticed, but around the ground, up above, there is webbing and other parts set up through it. That and you hear he is starting to is going back into his natural accent where there is a lot of stuttering coming through from
it's
it again.
Thick and stuttery, and it's a little hard to understand.
He says she can tell through vibrations that things are up there, so need to know if you or not, so that we don't, so that there is no mistakes made.
Right, understood. Maybe later, once you've had more of a catch up with your wife and your children, of course, I'd like to maybe ask you a little bit about your home, and maybe show me where you found the necklace.
Oh, Gail. And you,
of course, spend some time with your wife.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but please, what is mine is yours. Please do not hesitate.
Mi casa es tu casa. Hey. Awful. Yeah, Dati seems contented to kind of leave you to it and make yourselves at home. She seems anxious to talk to Karee'ch. But if there's anything else any of the rest of you would like to do before those two have a chat, you are welcome to do so.
Theodore is going to spend a very long time in this room with the water, just initially, just looking around, investigating, spending like loads of time making sure he misses nothing. Like he's going deep diving, trying to see what this place might have been, all that kind of jazz.
Okay.
Like,
before they head off, Karee'ch add one last thing to what you said, saying to him beforehand about wolves. Feel free to roam around.
Yep.
If you see other burrows stretching off from these rooms, please do not fall.
Okay.
That is
Climb through small holes.
Yeah, that might be children's rooms.
Kids' bedrooms.
They're private.
Yeah, understandable.
Right, so Heliodor, if you are investigating, please roll me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Estella, would you like to help?
Sure. I mean, they're in a room right now, so.
You're kind of ankle deep in water currently.
Yeah, they just walk into this room and then they see like Heliodor just like going full force, going like, what am I looking for? And they're like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like Karee'ch and his wife leave, and Heliodor immediately like all fours in the rubble, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Come and have a look. This is so cool.
Yes.
Okay. So
Investigation at advantage, then, please.
I am. Please be a good roll.
Oh, yum.
Hey.
What did I do? Did I do good? Hold on, wait. Okay, it's good. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so a 26. Fuck me. We beat the DC, so that's good.
Yay!
You're scrubbing around in this room, and you don't really find much in the rubble per se. But looking at the walls, there's like you can see like drawings on the walls done in like charcoal, of various colours. It seems like they've smashed up petals and made it into like red paste that they've used for painting on the walls and stuff like that. And underneath these drawings are beautifully intricate markings of what this building used to be. But something that really catches your attention is there are words on the wall underneath that are faded, that have been scratched over these markings, that are kind of half hidden underneath the kids' drawings. They could almost be mistaken for part of the markings, but they are clearly words. They are not in a language that you understand. Estella, do you still have Eyes of the Runekeeper?
I was experimenting, but now I changed it because you don't.
Okie doke. I didn't tell you to. I said you could. Okay.
I was experimenting.
Though you can, I would say, with a 26, you can recognize this language as Saraki, which is the old tongue.
Heliodor is going to pull out some parchment and is going to start writing down, like copying down all of the words. Just writing everything down, like to be like, this is on wall 1, and is like writing everything out. This is on wall 2, 3, 4, etc. And he's going to do that. So it's Saraki.
You also see with a 26, Estella and you both see this kind of square of where it seems like there used to be a pillar of some kind that has been moved or discarded. It has been like taken out of the stone and moved away, but you are not sure what that was for.
Are there any stones in the room that look like they would fit in the same place? Like,
looking at the rubble, possibly. Yeah, there are a few that are large enough that look like they could have fit there. One of which I'll say looks quite like a pedestal of some kind.
Mayor!
The bear just starts making its way from inside inside the other room. Darty kind of moves out of the way of it as it just sort of travels. And she seems a bit sort of ooh. But Mare makes her way in.
Okay. Right. Ella, I'm going to need your help as well. I'm going to very gently move this large looking thing. You down to clown?
Are you sure you want to do this with no one else around?
I'm just in the other room.
Yes, moving around someone's furniture in their house. That's definitely okay and normal.
You're a strange one, Heliodor.
I know I am, but that's why you love me.
You're a strange one, Mr. Grinch.
And Heliodor gets Mare and is like starting to like lift it out gently.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a strength check for Mare.
That is understandable. Yes.
Because Mare doesn't have opposable thumbs, picking something up like this isn't really going to work. Mare is just kind of nudging it, and it is solid. It is just hard, heavy stone. Mare doesn't seem to be able to move it.
Okay, never mind. Is there any inscription along it or on it? Blah 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 blah.
Make another investigation check.
Oh shit. Is Estella still helping? Or
Sure.
Keep going. Just looking at this dwarf just on all fours going like, help me.
Help me.
Okay.
Nat 20. Okay. A 1 and a 20. Fantastic. So 28. You like begin to kind of look over this. It's definitely got old, like first era pattern work on it. So this is the pedestal that has been unearthed and chucked away. That is beautiful in its like very delicate carvings. They're very kind of straight lines, some of which remind you of the patterns of warp that have been carved into the stone.
Okay. That's interesting. Looks like it's covered in a warp patterning.
Probably best not to touch it.
I mean, I've already done that now.
Oh, you don't have
Plus,
gloves
it's
on.
only,
Yeah.
It's only paintings and.
Yeah, it's only carvings. This doesn't look like it's like it's got any. Well, it doesn't look like it's got any effects to it. So.
Yay!
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 Oh, this is.
Estella, if you're concerned, you can roll me an Arcana check.
Found
Sure.
the birthplace of warp.
You know, always safe to check, and I'm all right with that.
Ooh.
I believe in you.
25. So.
Oh, nice.
This definitely had magical properties at some point. It doesn't anymore. Now that it has been either like disconnected from what was charging it, it was some kind of conduit. It cannot make magic on its own. And now that it's been unearthed and removed, the sigils have been disrupted enough that it cannot be charged again.
That's slightly concerning if Karee'ch's necklace came from this.
Why? Because it charges. Oh. Oh, isn't the necklace a soul trap?
It's effectively a battery, given your research you did last session.
And this is the recharge point.
Maybe.
Ooh. Hold on. Wait. From my research, I found. Hold on. Let me look at the thing. But let
me get my notes.
it runs on souls, right?
It is the soul of an automata.
It is the soul of an automata. That is here.
That was here.
Kind of
Well, now it is because Karee'ch's back.
Looks at Estella and goes, "I have a theory that maybe we're on top of or near one of the great automata."
That sounds
Because
fun.
It's incredible. But if we're... which means there's got to be more to this place then.
I mean,
Maybe?
something needs to connect to something else, shouldn't it?
Well, if this plinth needs to go back there to become a conduit again, that means that there should be some sort of indication on that stone or around that stone about where it's being charged from.
Yeah.
So, Heliodor goes over to that stone. Where? And it's like, right, I want to... Basically, Heliodor wants to try and follow the wire and see where it leads.
Oh. It ain't. I'd say roll an Arcana check for me.
Yay. Again, is Estella helping?
I guess.
I'm like digging for it, but like you could be like, no, that's fair. Like Estella can get bored. That's fair.
No, you're onto something. Go on.
Hell yeah! Thank you.
You're getting wet while you're sat in here. Another nat 20. Jesus Christ.
Yes. I will find this automata.
You're looking at it. There is no feasible way that this could have connected to anything that would have charged it, or it was charging anything else. So there must have been some sort of magic tether instead of a physical tether.
I need somebody who can translate Silraki.
Sorry.
The Druya in the other room, who speaks it natively, may be able to help.
Do I know that?
You know that Druya can, like, from birth, speak and read.
It's just like Heliodor,
Silraki.
like just runs like.
Just Sarah just distantly hears Silraki in the corner being surrounded by gems.
Yeah, you are just like, there's just a face and your hands are sticking out now, and the kids are just having a great time.
Heliodor like runs through the main bedroom. Is like, "Hi, Karee'ch." Round the corner. I need you.
What are you doing?
I own Silraki. Come read.
Can you help me out?
Oh, yes I can. Hey kids! And Heliodor clicks his fingers and Chronometer comes up onto his shoulder.
The smallest is staring at it. Grab your hands.
And Heliodor like whistles and the bird starts like flying around all three of them. And then like picks up a gem. Picks up a gem and like starts like flying about with it.
You have 3 small children who are very easily distracted by shiny things, and they are just chasing the bird around the room. One of which, so Tati, the smallest one, is trying to spray web at it to catch it.
She does have an AC, so hold on.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to say, while this is happening, Karee'ch is going to motion to that and then motion to the lantern to move it a bit further away from them.
Okie dokie. So where would you want her to move it to?
Well, if it was probably about there, wasn't it?
It's in the middle. Yeah.
So it's like right up here. Right, okay. If I say no, he'd kind of suggest keeping themselves between the kids and the lantern for the minute.
Okay, so leaving
because
the lantern
as he
where
did
it is.
say, so it's say because he did say it does have a small flame inside.
Yeah.
So he's doing that just as like.
Just to make sure the kids don't knock it over and shatter it or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got the 3 kids are now distracted.
The second he gets home.
Chronometer has an AC of 13.
Okay, so Tati keeps missing. Because she rolled a 12, so she was very close, but doesn't seem to have the aim just yet.
Nice. And so, Heliodor's like in the room and like sends that off and is like, Dracera, come quickly.
Unburies Dracera.
Yeah, you have to dig her out.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much fucking gold, God.
I love how he says that considering where he fucking comes from.
And Heliodor kind of like wanders through, notices that you move the lantern and goes, oh, hold on, blows out the candle and then pulls out one of his tools and just like taps the top of it, and the whole thing starts glowing.
Oh.
That will never end.
So you're casting light on it instead?
No, I am not. Artificers have a specific ability at first level where they can do a magical tinkery thing. Let me just get it up again. Okay, so artificers have a thing. If my thing will load. Magical tinkering. At first level you've learnt stuff, blah 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 blah. Using thieves' tools or artisans' tools, I can touch a tiny magical object, tiny non-magical object, and give it a magical property of my choice. What I'm choosing is that the object will shed bright light for 5 feet and dim light for another 5 feet.
Okay, so it dims down to 10 feet.
But it should still give enough of a glitter to stuff.
It also turns green.
Oh. Green. Lovely. Hey.
Wait,
Come.
green.
Another going.
Why is there green light in my home?
Green.
Oh. Green girls. Oh
God, triggered.
Sarah, come quickly. Come see.
What is going on? Okay.
I need you to read some. I need you to translate for me. I've written it all down. I'd like to do it in the room.
Okay.
If you thank you, cool. And
Okay.
scuttles off.
Okay, so you all scuttle round. Mare is going to stay put because, yep. Oops.
Yep.
Wrong token. You two
Wow.
move back round to the bathing room.
Ooh, this is very nice.
Fresh
I know, right?
water.
It's pretty.
It's lovely to have fresh water
Yeah.
consistently flowing. Despite being quite dark and dank in there, at least the water is quite cool because it's underground rather than being warmed up by the sun. It's a very pleasant sensation.
Nice. Right. Okay. So
Okay.
this wall says this, and like shows you the page with all the writing on it. This wall says this, and just like flicks you through and shows you all the stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and just sits and eagerly waits.
Toby.
So you read, you look at the pattern on the wall and you look what he has translated. He hasn't copied down it perfectly, but as you read it on the wall, you can understand it. It reads, "The danger is still present in your time as it was in ours." It reads like a warning.
As in ours. Right. Okay. That's very ominous.
I've just realised all of our tokens are mashed for some fucking reason, so give me a hot second while I...
Mashed.
Or... Yeah, for some, it's not loading any of your VTubers.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how long it's been like that for. My apologies. I will do a quick fix as I figure out.
Instead, has it been on Discord?
No, it's got like little mountains.
Oh, so the website that I use to get the VTubers up is offline currently. It seems like it's going through maintenance, so I'm just going to hide your characters for the time being. Apologies for that, but we will. It's easier for you guys to be able to see the map.
Yeah.
Sure.
There you go.
Fair enough.
So it's a creepy warning. All of it? All of it's just a big creepy warning?
Yeah, that's what Soraki is usually used for nowadays.
Okay. Not what I was hoping, but fine.
As you observed, Heliodor, it doesn't seem like it was put here when this place was constructed. It looks like it's been added later.
It's been added. Great.
Can he see how long it's been since it's been added with
It's
stone?
stonework. Yes, I can.
Stone cunning, you can indeed. You need to roll, I believe, a history with, is it double proficiency?
Well, you are considered proficient in it, and you double your proficiency bonus as well.
Yeah. He's already proficient, I believe, so it's a plus a question mark. I don't know.
Fucking
Stone cunning. Hold on. When I make a history roll, I'm proficient and I add double. Yeah, so I'm adding. Oh god! Wait, hold on. I add 16 to this.
No, because it's your proficiency modifier is +4, so it'd be a +8.
I'm already proficient. I'm already double proficient. No, I'm not. I'm not double proficient. Wait, no.
It would basically give you expertise.
Hold on.
To be an extra +4. So it's a +12 you're adding to a history roll.
Okay, right. I was just like, wait, but it's already a +8. And is that a normal one, or am I at advantage because other people are helping, or is this normal?
I will say because it's stone cunning, it has to be just you.
Cool. Please.
A one! Nat one!
Stop.
Oh, fuck! Right.
I'm gonna give you my inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Roll again.
We ain't fucking around. Not today.
We ain't fucking with that. Nah. That's what you get for rolling too many nat 20s. Okay.
Better.
So that's a 20. Dirty 20. We'll take it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it won't be. No, it'd be a 16. Apparently.
No, it's a dirty 20.
It would be a dirty 20 because you're adding the +4.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So dirty 20. You're looking at the age of when these markings were carved in.
Compared to when the stone facades were built and everything, when this was built, like comparing the two, like.
Okay, so looking at this was built during during the first era. This was built, so
Wow.
It doesn't seem like the building here was built like right at the end. But the carvings look like they were built, dug in, probably around the beginning of the second era, maybe just before the reconstruction happened.
Ooh.
The writing was.
The writing was.
Yeah.
So it seems like somebody left this just before the reconstruction happened as a warning to whoever might find it.
Then the dumbass spider rolled in and didn't give a fuck.
Right. That's. What happened then? Hold on. Okay, right. So it says the danger is still present in your time as in ours. Is it talking about warp? Can't, right? But this plinth has warp drawings on it, and like shows Sarah the plinth. It's like warp designs on it.
Maybe it means the angels in general, or the waiting dark specifically.
you can roll. Anyone in the room can roll me an intelligence check, just flat intelligence, if you want to try and figure it out.
I want to try and figure it out. I want to know.
Please.
I must know.
No.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes!
Nat 20.
Yes, King! Yes! Better than me!
Four. Dracera, you're like,
I've had
yes.
some good rolls today, I'm not mad.
You're like, yes, this has got to be to do with the angels. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, that adds up in your brain.
Right, leave me alone, come on, man.
That adds up in your brain. Heliodor, it seems like this was a warning about the artifact that was left here. This was a warning about the artifact that Karee'ch wears.
This is an ancient warning about Karee'ch's necklace.
Somebody put this here when the artifact was placed here, hoping that it would be forgotten. But if it was not, they left a warning for it to be left untouched.
I'm gonna have a quick look to see what I remember about the necklace, because I did a whole identify on it and went, whoa!
You did indeed.
And I have a fat thing in my chat somewhere. Oh,
Whispers somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, from what Dracera remembers, from what you said, is that it has the power to create incredibly powerful illusions that are really real.
It's the key of the Herald.
Yeah.
The living.
Yeah.
I found it. Okay. Key is capable of bringing the desires of those around them to life, if worn by someone whose will is strong enough. To an extent of its magic, now it is detached from its mother body. The illusions it's created are touch, smell, blah 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 blah. Okay, for a 3-mile radius as well.
I mean, the big question... I mean, Karee'ch seems fine.
Aye, but have we ever asked Karee'ch to try and use it? And create a living illusion? Or is it just something that Weir's doesn't use?
I wouldn't know. All I know is that he doesn't want to take it off properly, because I don't think he wants anyone else to, you know, handle this. But he's never, per se, used it.
It's the soul. It's the soul of a Titan. That's what it is. If this is a recharging station or point, my question is the soul charging something, or is something charging the soul? Because it might be that if the necklace needs charging because it's been here for longer than thousands of years, it's been here for a long time, if it's not been charged in that long, or if it's not been charging something, what's happened to that something?
I mean, Karee'ch's lived here for a long time as well, so it's probably just been continuing to charge for a while. Whether there's a piece of the Herald here somewhere is a completely different question.
Well, the plinth is what charges it.
Okay.
Or the plinth is like a conduit. So if the plinth is a conduit, it means that that's been interrupted, so it's not been charging anymore, or it's not been charging something.
Okay.
I'd say with your nat 20, with your fucking nat 20, you're like, what, third, fourth one of the night?
There's
Jesus
so many,
Christ.
like, green, so many green rolls today.
Yeah, Christ. With that, something has to be powering that necklace. You've seen it flicker on Karee'ch a few times, and you've heard it talk. Something's powering it still. Something has charged it, even without this plinth.
Why is the plinth necessary if that happens? Why was the plinth necessary? Was it a speed charge?
Perhaps it was to contain it.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So containment.
What about if it's using the wearer as a charge?
Oh, oof. Oh, I'd hate that. I don't know if it's doing that. What's it taking from Karee'ch?
With that, we're gonna go back to Karee'ch and Darty. As the camera pans back to these two as they're sat watching the kids trying desperately to grab hold of Chronometer as they're fluttering around the room. Darty has kind of sat down and tucked her legs underneath herself, and she's holding on to you. And she just keeps kind of giving you little kisses on the forehead. She's like, "You are speckled. I do not remember you having such strange coloration, my love."
How's things it happened with adventures. I say, oh, and the thing was over himself and pulls around like his lady's satchel and starts stinging it open. He starts pulling out like a fat wad of pictures that he'd drawn to show her.
She looks
It's like
excited.
going over it. It's like, and he explains the areas where he's been. Obviously, leaving out some of the more dangerous aspects of it, but it's still kind of going over and everything like that. Just going like different places, how beautiful they are, what it's like in these places, what the air's like, how the place, what the air tastes like, all that kind of stuff.
Like going into detail of what it was like for her.
Yeah.
She smiles at you as you're regaling your adventures to her and the things that you've done and the people that you've saved, the places that you've seen. And for a little while, it's almost like she's not listening to you because she's just looking at you. And she's more focused on the fact that you're home. Before she hugs you close to her. "I was scared you would not come home, my love."
There isn't any way I wouldn't have. I don't think there's anything that could have stopped me coming back. I was not scared that I wouldn't be able to come back, just saddened with how long I've not been able to.
Your passive perception is disgusting, isn't it? Okay. So you're.
Do you want me to regale it for you? Do you want me to regale it for you?
Oh, here we fucking go. It's a 20-something, isn't it? Or is it just 20?
21.
21. Okay.
21.
The amulet under your shirt flickers with light. It's the first time it has done since the city.
Oh. Kenny looks down at his chest. The thing was a hand over the over his shirt, over the top of the amulet. Kenny clutches it a little bit.
She puts her hand over the top of yours. Her hand is significantly bigger than yours.
She would notice him flinch at that. It's like spreading his hand out to stop her touching it. There. I've told you how I've been working with things I've done, the people we've been trying to help. And he kind of puts the other hand over hers and pulls their hands further down, like to top of his belly sort of thing.
Yeah.
Away from the amulet. We both know what it is like on the surface. You know what it's like moving from home to no home to here. The traveling, the dangers that come with it, and the things that are up there.
It is not lucky for you anymore.
It is. I have had more opportunities, more chances than I could ever have dreamed of. To see as much as I have, and as much as I want to, and as much as I have wanted to. And I would love nothing more than to take you to see them, as well as the little ones. It is. But in travels, I have come to realize that world is And I do not wish to put this as a downtrodden on outlook on world. It is dangerous. More dangerous than what we thought, than what I thought it was before. I thought it was just animals and beasts and some others like us. But there is worse things I've seen.
She seems to think for a moment.
And some things are spreading. People who do not have best interests at heart for others. That is who I've been helping my friends and people I work with stop. And I am afraid for how long it will be before something like that spreads this far to home, to here.
You are wanting us to leave.
People I work with, and he kind of lifts up his arm and like takes her hand and puts it on the copper bracelet, the harder bracelet. The people I work with have agreed to help me keep you safe if you are willing to come. Here will always be here, but I have in mind a place that would be safer to be for time being. As I said in letters beforehand, I would love you to come travel at least somewhat with me to somewhere safer than what might be here in time.
She looks past you to your 3 children. And she watches them for a few moments before looking back to you. I am trusting you. I come with you. Where you go, I go.
He brings his head up to hers, and he puts his forehead to hers and kind of semi-interlinks his palps with hers. Before kind of just holding his head there against hers for a short time.
And just sit in silence. There's almost like a mourning that you're having to leave. The kid's oblivious.
Yeah.
We stay for a little while, though.
Keo, we have way of transporting all of us, like with magic.
She flinches.
It is how they call teleportation.
I do not like that.
I know it is not. I do not wish to put more stress on you than this conversation already is, my love. Fuck's sake.
I see these two fucking making eyeballs at each other. I can see you.
I do not wish to put any more stress on you than this. Than what you have agreed to already has. Is only amount of time it would take to go there by foot would take. It would take at least a month, if not more, to walk there, and this is much safer way to get there.
I do not like it. She seems pretty adamant that that is not something she's willing to do.
Right. So she's not willing to use the teleportation.
She doesn't want to use it. At least for now, she seems like she doesn't want to use it. The kids kind of have grown bored of they're kids. They get bored quickly and have scuttled over to sit
they've all
with
got
you.
ADHD.
Yeah,
all got ADHD.
they do. Yeah. And the kids all kind of scuttle over and sit. next to the two of you, and they're all kind of chatting amongst themselves. And Dati smiles. I do not mind long travel. If I go with you, I am safe.
He nods to himself kind of silently for a moment.
Your friends are strange.
It is funny. I have met many people so far.
It is not like you.
I know. I was terrified when I first started speaking with people. When I meet them, interactions it was difficult. But I find that, especially with close group of friends I'm with now, it quickly becomes ordinary. Like us, like family. It would be, and he kind of stops for a minute. It looks like he's trying to find his words, like how to word it properly. I feel like, to me right now, they are extension of us, of family.
They are family.
They are family.
And she smiles. They are my children now. Yes?
Go.
So she seems like she has just adopted the rest of the party as her kids. Even though some of you are significantly older than her, she does not seem to care. Good lord.
Maternal instincts have spread. It's contagious.
Yes. We will head back to the rest of the party. Are the three of you doing anything in particular?
I want to cast see invisibility again.
Okie dokie.
I want to see if there's something I can't see in this. Fucking cast it. I'll go fuck myself. I'll just take that off my.
Yes, please.
Lasts an hour.
Lasts an hour. Okay. In this room, you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
In this room? Okay. Sarah's not going to say anything. She's going to start wandering into the tree room.
You immediately see glowing white writing on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that. What does it say?
It is once again in Saraki. It says, "This place is not a place of honor. A hand of the reconstruction lies here."
I think
Can you send that text to me? I was reacting too much that I didn't have time to write it down.
So, this place is not a place of honor. A hand of the reconstruction lies here.
Gosh.
From where you're stood, actually, you know what? From where you're stood currently, you can see writing in the other room past the corridor as well. You can see it up
The other room? The room with the kitchen?
The kitchen.
Fuck yeah. Let me move! Let me move!
I'm just following Dracera.
Dracera's just...
Wow!
I think Heliodor will be following now.
I'm just imagining that in the other room where like Karee'ch and everything is, that Daddy's head is like continually twitching over towards that way, feeling all the fucking movement go through the webs.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
They are
there?
skittling around. Different sets of footprints. Above, like, the kitchen area, there is more scrawled illusory script of that has been like painted on the wall with magic. It says the danger warps your thinking.
What? She's gonna be like going across all, at everything, freaking like. She's gonna be scouring more. Like, give me more.
I don't know what's happening, but I'm following.
What do your fey eyes see? What do you...
So much. There's nothing else in this room.
In the big room? In the antechamber?
I know, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So sweet. Fucking amazing, girl.
Usually we have VTubers in chat, but right now it's broken. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Give me the main room.
But yeah, so you see, you don't see anything else in the main room.
Now piss.
Those are the 3 messages that you see. So you got the one that Heliodor was able to find, and then the 2 illusory messages.
This is not a place of honor or land. A hand of reconstruction lies here.
Fuck's sake.
Okay. So that means. Do you tell us all of this, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
She's gonna be like looking at it and like saying it in Silraki and then translating. But more like to herself, kind of like undertone thing.
Okay.
She's gonna be like storming around, just being like.
Darty is now staring at you as you come barreling into the main room. My love, is she okay?
Remember, people from surface are strange people.
Yes.
She like turns around to them with her hands up, like there is writing, invisible writing on these walls. There's Karee'ch.
Are you saying that in common?
Sylvan.
Sylvan?
Yes.
Darty looks very alarmed.
There might be a hand of one of the automata here.
The way Karee'ch is looking at you right now is asking, why the fuck are you saying that in Sylvan?
Because I don't want to leave anyone out, except for Heliodor. He knows this. But...
And he's gonna look round to Daddy and say, please, wait here for a moment. I need to see what this is about, okay? And he gives her a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
Were the automata were used for the reconstruction, right?
Creation of the
Well,
world.
they were
pulled apart because the World Weaver didn't want to leave them in the hands of mortals.
And they were pulled apart to do the reconstruction.
No, they were whole when the world was made. They were pulled apart after the world was made, and then they were effectively deconstructed to make weapons that ended in the reconstruction.
Okay, so a hand of the reconstruction could mean not an automata, it could just mean a fuck-off weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean a hand in the literal sense. It could be
somebody...
the artifact.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I think Heliodor kind of like makes those dots and goes, Dessert.
Hello?
And Karee'ch. Oh, you're coming this way anyway, Karee'ch. Lovely. Follow me.
Darty kind of gestures for her kids to come and sit with her, and they kind of crawl up onto her carapace, and she starts quietly talking to them. And you hear the kids being like, What are they talking about, Mama? And she seems confused and a little alarmed. She's like, don't worry, Papa takes care of it, okay?
Oh. adorable.
And before he heads off, he's going to give each of his children a giant fucking hug.
Yes.
They all hug you. Khan is now looking about maybe, like 3.5 feet. They're starting to get tall, and they've got shape to them now. They're a young man. They've grown up, and they've grown up a lot since you last saw them.
He's kind of hunched down a little bit to get the head tight we can. He's like, I have a present for you, son.
For me?
Well, it is for growing up with something I was given at your age.
Thank you, Papa.
But we will see about that soon, okay?
Okay.
And he leans in and gives his son a kiss on the head and then a big fucking hug.
I take care of Mama while you are gone.
I always trust that you have.
He smiles.
And you have done such a good job so far.
He's got just as many arms as you. So it's a mass of arms when you hug each other. It's a fucking mess, but you hug. Nali kind of comes over to you, and she's smaller and a little more timid. She's more like you before you left. She's like, I've missed you, Papa.
I'm gonna say he's gonna pick her up, sitting at the hip sort of thing.
Yeah.
One arm underneath, one round the back. I've missed you so much, darling.
I'm very good at drawing now, Papa.
I know, your mother has sent me so many of your drawings. You're getting so good.
She smiles, she beams at you. She wraps her arms around your shoulders and gives you a big hug. And Tati is on the floor, grabby hands, kind of jumping around, my turn next, my turn.
And he's gonna lean down, arms around her waist, pick her up, because he knows exactly what's gonna come, exactly what's coming here, and just squeezes her in tight.
Just lots of spider carapace legs, everything crumbles around you, trying to get as much of a hug as possible. I'm very good at webbing now, Papa.
I have seen. And he reaches into his pouch and pulls out one of her little webs that Daddy had sent him. It's like, I've seen it. You're so good at it now.
You kept it.
How could I not?
She gives you a big kiss on the cheek.
He pulls her in, hand on the back of her head, just
head
into her neck, just it looks partially like he might actually cry right now. If he could. I don't know if he can.
Tear ducts,
Who needs tear ducts as an evolutionary trait? You're all weak ones. Take that with your floppy, saggy eyes.
Nasty. And she kind of wiggles her palps at you and clambers down and starts skipping off to see her mama. As the rest of the party are waiting eagerly for you to come with them.
And he's going to bow his head at Daddy before giving a little wave and trundling off after the others.
Hello.
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 She doesn't know how to say goodbye, so she just says hello.
Oh. Hello, it's great. Come see thing.
As they start getting a little bit further up, he's going to turn to the others. I wish no disrespect in what I'm about to say. Only that with whatever is here, you put as little stress on Dati as possible. She's agreed, I will say now, she's agreed to come with us back to Arda. For now. She does not agree to teleportation. She does not trust magic.
Oh,
so it may need to be a walk back. But please, I know I did try somewhat to convince her we are still to have a longer conversation. It was only a short conversation we have had, but I just ask that you put as little stress on her as possible, because stress is very not good for my kind, especially not mothers protecting their children.
Mm-hmm.
And only that your reaction when coming back through to tell me was it has put her on edge already. That's all I can say.
No, I'm sorry, Karee'ch. It's just.
No, I completely understand. It is only I did not mention before. It's only just. It is all I ask for future.
Okay, and I'm really sorry again. I don't think I'm used to being around families. Sorry, I think we've been.
I can understand. And he's gonna put his arms out and give Dracera a hug.
Well.
And he's gonna say, "You already have a family here."
Dead.
Dead. Corpse.
Ah, damn.
Thank you, Karee'ch, again. We have found some things.
And I would like to have a little bit of a different look at your necklace.
Different look?
I have some more thoughts on, especially after seeing the plinth that was moved. I have some thoughts about how that interacts, and if I can look at the runes on the necklace, I might be able to figure out which way is the charging, like if it gets charged or if it charges something else.
In
Have a look at that. Large pillar of stone that you moved in the water room.
What language are the runes around the necklace?
I believe they are unknown. You do not know. It is some
Does Stella still have comprehend languages?
Stella does have comprehend languages. As a spell, Stella has comprehend languages.
Does that work on writing, or is it just speaking?
Yeah, tongues is the speaking one. Comprehend languages is...
Let me double check. Oh, Foundry. Comprehend languages. You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you can see. You must be touching the surface in which the words are written.
Okay.
That's fine.
Do it. Me.
Grab your hands. He's gonna have to still wear it. But yeah.
That's fine. It's dangly. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, may I say that he may have just adopted all of you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, well, I am probably old enough to be her great-great-great-great-grandmother. But that is fine.
And I have a family.
You already have a family, but now you have an extra family.
Girl, you now have a side family.
Side family, got it.
Side hoe.
I mean, to be fair, your family's about to meet my family when we go to the City of Violet Gold, so... Things are roundabouts.
Yeah, that is very true.
Okay. Estella, are you casting comprehend languages on the necklace?
Yes. Let's see.
Do it.
Okay. Karee'ch, are you still wearing the necklace when they do so?
What a question! He's gonna have.
Okay, he's okay. Give him a minute.
Oh, my toes! Darling!
Just seeing, just Dracera vibrating like, do it.
He is still wearing it, yes.
You are still wearing
underneath his shirt, yes.
Okie dokie.
Theodore is
Do you want to take it off?
try and take note of the runes as this is happening, just like...
Okay.
If Heliodor's want to look at it, he will take it out from underneath his shirt.
Thank
I
you.
will say that I know he is immune at this point to the voices, because he's got the Ring of Mind Shield on.
Okay, yeah, you are. Doesn't mean Estella is. So, Estella, you...
Well, no, it's touch Would it not technically still work if she touched like his shoulder? It's on.
No, it has to be. It has to be the object where the writing is written. So it has to be on the necklace.
Well, no. Before the cast, then he will say, "Are you sure about this?"
I don't think anyone else can do it.
No, but might not be best to hear right now. Because if you touch it, remember what happened to me and Heliodor beforehand.
It was not fun.
No. If you are to do this, we need to make sure you can do it safely.
Can you swap ring?
That's it.
Warp ring.
But then he'll be the one who has it.
Well, no, I mean take off the necklace.
No, they have to attune to the ring.
Yeah, so it'd be...
No, but him take off the necklace. I mean, it's still going to affect Estella, though.
But
if the ring of mind shielding requires attunement.
Well, yeah, but then you spend an hour, you attune to that, and then you can touch the necklace and do the comprehend, right?
I mean, you can. It's a lot longer. It's your call.
It'll take a lot longer, but it's the solid, safe way to do it.
It's an idea.
Do you want to do that?
What's the
you take off the necklace, you take off the ring of mind shielding, you give it to Estella. Estella attunes to the ring of mind shielding, and then puts on the necklace and holds it.
And does that, because then that's the solid, safest way that we can do this. Yes, it takes an hour or so, but it does mean that nobody's going to get screaming thoughts in their mind.
Would that mean Karee'ch has to unattune to it then?
Unattuned to the ring.
Can multiple people be attuned to one item?
No.
Nope.
No, so Karee'ch would need to unattune from it.
But Estella wouldn't have to wear the necklace to comprehend it.
No, just have to pick it up and hold it.
Yeah.
There's also the risk that the last time that Karee'ch took off the necklace,
That's what I'm thinking.
he was hounded by this voice.
But the ring...
Yeah, but if he's unattuning to the ring...
Oh, do you have to unattune... Are you attuned to the necklace?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh shit, unattuned from that. You might have to
do you know how to?
do a lot.
I have removed curse.
I think I have something, maybe.
Because remove curse, if it's a powerful cursed item, won't remove the curse, but it remove attunement.
In fact, another way we could do it is when we get back to art.
Oh! Hold on! Fuck that! Hold on, I'm such a fucking moron. I have a spell.
What's the spell?
Intellect Fortress.
Oh!
You could just cast that on Estella.
Yeah.
Hold on. You see within range of resistance to psychic damage, as well as advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. Okay, so I can give you advantage on stuff.
Can you give yourself bardic inspiration? Can't you?
Yes.
I can also maybe flash you some genius.
Because what I was going to say is, if it's possible, because Arda will probably have rings of mind shielding. Is to ask them if they have any inventory.
It is your call.
Because right now, unless it's done safely, Karee'ch isn't too keen on having Eslar touch it.
The thing is, the ring is going to take a long time to get here. So I think maybe just buffing
the shit out of Estella.
Yeah. Because Flash of Genius plus
is a
Intellect
+4.
Fortress plus Bardic Inspiration.
You have a plus flat 4, and then you have a plus D10, and then you have intelligence, charisma, and wisdom advantage.
Ah.
Wait.
If you do it with that, I think Karee'ch could be more willing for it, yeah. But first, out of sight of the family.
Are you moving? Yeah, you're moving into another room.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes. I don't want either Estella or Karee'ch to freak out in front of the family.
Yeah. Do we want to do this in the water room?
I don't have any buffing stuff that would help with mind.
I can do the intellect fortress, and I can do aid, maybe less of restoration. No, but for piss sake.
Heliodor, I will remind you that on the information that you got from the identify spell, remove curse will remove the attunement.
Oh,
yeah.
It says the last thing on that page is that.
Piss. Okay. So if you remove curse, you'll be unattuned from the necklace. It's just had a quick brainwave from God. We could do that, and then do the ring of.
You can deep thought.
Deep thought.
Because it was offered to him to have the curse removed beforehand in the attunement. Yeah, he didn't do it simply for the
He didn't
safety
do it
of
because
others.
who else is going to carry it?
How long does it take to reattune?
50 hours.
Fuck! To be fair, we've got a very long walk ahead of us if we're not teleporting, so...
And he has worn it for like 5
Long
years,
time.
6 years.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd be
whatever
nice to
plan
have
you're
a
up
break.
for.
It probably is a good idea, I think.
In which case I would ask that you take it off first.
With the laugh that the DM is giving right now, I feel like this is going to have very bad implications.
So good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good. I would ask that you take off the necklace first and then have the remove curse done so that you're not touching it or anything and it doesn't do anything funky to you.
Are you okay with that?
Karee'ch will sit down his bag and he's going to kneel next to it. And he'll take off the necklace and kind of set it over the top of his bag. Thing it out, and then kind of just look at us and give a nod.
Okay. Am I doing the remove curse?
I believe so.
Okay.
Heliodor stood ready and has Mare standing.
Curse is removed.
Yeah. Oh.
Okie dokie. So.
Karee'ch is gonna die in his hole.
Oh my god, please.
So.
Oh my god, please.
You raise your hands. Did you take it off?
He did.
Yes.
The second you take it off, you can feel something trying to talk to you. You can feel something trying, but you've got the ring of mind shielding that is giving you this barrier between the voice that is attempting to contact you. It's forceful. You can feel this energy of it trying to speak, and you are blocking it out.
He's like, I'll say that he's not put it down in his bag yet. He's got it in his hands, in front of him, and he is staring at this thing for a minute.
It's beginning to light up in your hands.
Oh.
I'm not too sure about this anymore now.
I suggest going into that room.
Do you not want me to do this anymore?
I do not know what you have seen, what you have read. And inside, like the markings, the runes, and the invisible writing and shit like that.
Yeah, no.
This is starting to make me think that if we do this, something bad, very bad may happen here. And for the sake of my family, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can do it now. There is something, however, we can do. It means less answers now, and he's going to put it back over his head.
Immediately, the pressure of those voices gone.
Like you just see, like it's like almost a jolt of relief. Just we can come back. My fear is that whatever it is you found here, you say something a pedestal. I do remember which had this on it. Something about charging. If that puts a risk to my family being here while they are still here, I'm sorry, I'm not willing to do that right.
The plinth wasn't for charging. It was a protection.
It was to seal it in, and since it's been moved and wearing it, it's the containment is no longer useful. There's nothing to do.
Karee'ch, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit!
You get those pluses, baby.
Lucky.
Lest we forget.
I could always still touch it. It's not like I can scream anyway.
Is this something
You can do that if you want.
If you want to attempt to read it anyway, you are welcome to do that. No one is like, it is your character. Do what you want.
Yeah.
It's underneath the shot.
I'm one of those people that's like, if you want to do something.
I think someone's doing it.
I was going to say, Toby, is this something in Ring of Mind Shielding?
Stop. You don't have anything on you as well. Oh my god, that's so bad.
The Ring of Mind Shielding, it is to see something. So.
Right. Okay. Stop. And what was that on the pluses there?
+4, I believe. It should automatically roll with the +4 because you're in her range.
Okay.
Yeah, it should add anyway.
Okay, it didn't. So that would have been.
That would be a +4 on that, so that would be an 18.
Oh yeah, it hasn't got that aura on. Great.
Oh, fair enough, don't worry.
Okay, an 18. So you, as you like the film of your eyelids blink, you are met with this kind of white, sudden brightness, and although you can feel the pressure of the voices, it comes through as a very quiet whisper. You can quietly hear, "They're wrong."
Does it only say it once?
Once.
Estella did a thing.
Estella did a thing. What did Estella do?
What did I do?
Comprehend languages.
Are you touching it?
I did that a while ago.
Yeah, that happened.
Because we were like, you can do what you want, and then they did it. I was like,
oh, I didn't realize that was then. Okay, my apologies.
No, when he put it on, he'd put it under his shirt and his hand was over the top of it.
But if Estella has grabbed it, and they've explained to you what they're doing, are you fighting Estella to stop them from doing it?
Just wants to read it, babe. Like, just reading it.
He is trying to protect,
I've already agreed to it. Like
everyone here. He's trying to protect everyone here right now, you know.
the draw!
I am going to need an opposed athletics if you are going to try and stop Estella from reading.
I think it would just be a hand comes up to snatch her, so try to snatch her.
Well, you're gonna have to, both of you roll me athletics.
Oh.
If you are trying to stop them, roll me athletics. As an 11 from Karee'ch.
Oh.
And an 11 from Estella. I need you both to roll again.
Oh my god! Goosebumps.
A dirty 20 from Karee'ch. And an 8. Oh, 22! Oh, so you two, you grab Estella's wrist.
I have a +5 now.
Oh my god!
So,
Oh my god.
you grab Estella's wrist. And you look, like the two of you look at each other in this moment, before Estella's hand like moves slightly at a weird angle that you're not expecting, slips out of your grasp, and grabs the amulet. Or more so, grabs your hand over the top of the amulet. Estella, you are hit with this wave of arcane. You hear a multitude of voices. Some old, some young, some feminine, some masculine. All screaming at you in tandem. Do not interfere. You cast Comprehend Languages the second that your fingertips curl round and touch the edge of this metal. I need you to roll me an Arcana, please.
Oof.
Wait, hold on.
Flash of Genius?
What did you get? It only has 4.
A 12 is better than an 8.
Yeah, Flash of Genius.
Okay. You also have Bardic Inspiration that you didn't use. You can roll me a d10.
D10.
Gabby's face. Gabby's getting real close.
Make it work,
Okay,
baby.
so a 14. Right, so the words are read out to you amongst this haze of sound. Oh, rip. There goes Heliodor. The words are read out to you amongst this haze of sound. And it seems like lots of different words that are like not chained together. It doesn't seem like it makes like it forms a sentence at all. You have a solid understanding of magic. Your mother taught you. You are a proficient arcane user at this point in your life. What you're able to piece together is that this seems to be the verbal components of Modify Memory. And with that, we're going to end the session.
What?
What?
You come into my house.
Hey, it would have been a fuckload worse if you'd done some other thing. So hey, thank you very much for joining us this week. We will be back next week. Thank you very much for the sub. That's very kind of you. We will be hopefully running at the same time as next week because, oh, the spice. We got some real spicy shit coming in. And hopefully also our tubers will be fixed by next week because oof, maintenance on the site that I use. Ripperoni. But yeah, it was a pleasure. Thank you for coming. And we will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Also, wait.
Oh, wait.